Hello everybody, and welcome to my Bloodborne walkthrough. I figured since I've streamed quite a lot of it, I would kind of make my own little walkthrough. Please note that I'm not a professional, but I consider myself pretty good. So I've already recorded the entirety of Yharnam, but the editing software on the PS5, I was not able to render the video, so here we are, redoing it again. So you'll wake up here, you'll have two ways to go. You can't go through here, because this door doesn't open from this side. So, you have to go through here. There's a little lore note here, that basically tells you what you're supposed to do, but that's all that it is. You open up this door, and you run down these stairs. These notes on the ground are just a couple of the controls. When you come into this room, you'll see a wolf here. At this point, you don't have weapons. You're supposed to die to this thing, but you can kill it. And if possible, I want to try and show you how to kill it. So, we'll start to turn around. There's one attack that I'm trying to bait from it. And it's the grab attack that it does. That one. When it does the grab attack, if you can get behind it in time and charge an R2 attack, you can get a visceral. And that does a lot of damage even when barehanded. So, if you do kill that one, the next route's just a little bit tricky, but I'll show you how to get through it. If you die here, I'll show you what happens once we get to the lamp. In here, this guy will have a couple blood vials. You use those to heal by pressing triangle. So out here in the first courtyard, there's a gate here that we can't open just yet. There's some quicksilver bullets here, which we can't use just yet. And then there's also a gate here. Go through this gate. And there's some more blood bottles here. So up around here is where things are going to get a little difficult. You need to activate a device and get a lever. So we'll lure this guy over to here. Sprint over to here to use this. We actually got pretty lucky, he got stuck over there. We'll come back to this spot in a little bit. If he is still chasing you, keep in mind that he is able to climb up the ladder. So, go ahead and light our lamp and go to the Hunter's Dream. Oh, see, there he was. So if you die to the wolf, this is the cutscene you'll be greeted with. So this is the Hunter's Dream. This is basically where you're going to be spending quite a lot of your time. Here's where you're going to come to level up, where you're going to come to buy different items. So here at this shop, in this little bath, you can buy all of your different items. At the moment, you can only buy these few. But then these things will have some stuff later on. And then you've also got your armor set here as well. These headstones here are how you're gonna go to like the different places. So if you come here, you got the different lamps that you can go to in the different areas. Now the first time you come to the dream, on these stairs you're going to have your weapons and a notebook. So for this build I'm going to take the hunter's axe and the hunter's pistol, but I encourage you to go your own way with the build that you want to play with in this game. Up here you have storage, so different items have different maximums. I don't have very many items, so I can't show that too well at the moment. But here you can see number held 9 out of 20 and stored 0 out of 600. Everything has different things. If you pick something up and you're already holding the max, it'll get sent here automatically unless you just can't hold anymore. Here is where you'll fortify your weapons with like bloodstone shards, twin shards, and chunks, or to repair them when they get close to broken or when they break. Here is where you'll use runes, but we don't have the tool to actually use that now. And this guy won't always be here.
Aha. You will just...
This is an insight bath, but we can't use it now. And there's one more. These stones all around the outside here are for the Chalice dungeons, and this one is for the Hunters DLC, if you have that, but you don't get that until Vigor Amelia. Out here is the back garden. Sometimes you'll find Yharnam, the guy in the wheelchair, out here. You want to listen in on all the dialogue. And over here is a messenger bath where you can put on little hats for your messengers if you want to do that. Out over here is a little area with a bunch more notes, all related to controls and different things of the game. And there's also a gate here, but this isn't going to be important until the very end of the game. So, I'll go ahead and equip my weapons, and let's get back to Central Yharnam. Okay, back in Central Yharnam, we're going to go down this ladder first to go get an item that we missed right over there in the corner. But, since we have weapons now, it'll be much easier to fight these guys. Oh yeah, and there's also an item right there next to the lever that I didn't notice. This I think is more blood vials. And these two dudes, they will get up when you approach. And I believe this is Molotovs. Now, back up here, we are going to get another item, but there's also an NPC here that you can talk to.
Oh, whatever you want.
His name is Gilbert. He'll be important throughout the game. So here we have the first item that you encounter in this little area. There's a dude who's not hiding very well over there, but he will jump out and try and kill you. Down these stairs we have two more enemies. That dude sitting down and a guy with a shield. Now the shield guys, they can be kind of dangerous sometimes, but only if you attack when there's a group of them. So for instance here, if they do their shield bash attack while you're trying to deal with Mr. Longman here, or the axe dude. Oop. Well. Yeah. Here, make sure you take care. And not to get caught in groups, because if you do, they can and will kill you. Over here, we have a shortcut to open up to this area, where the ladder is in Yusef's clinic. There's this guy over here. He's very tough if you don't land viscerals on him. Oh boy, that was close. Yeah. He is a very tough dude to fight. That was not a bad gemstone. But he's not guarding anything, so even if you do kill him, which you could get a gemstone pretty early on. So after that, there's a couple NPCs you can talk to. It's with the little red lamps. The ones here aren't really important, they're just kind of jerks. But there is an item here, or Molotovs. If we run down here, there's a guy sitting here with a gun. Alright, so once you've dealt with all the Yharnamites that decided to come running at you, I'm gonna go up here. Now there's an item here, but there's also a guy around the corner. Who will jump out at you. Then past these stairs, there's another one. Now here, once you get to about here, maybe a little bit further, they're all going to start moving from the center of the square. You'll see some of them go off that way, 3 of them are going to go walking back this way, and then 2 of them are going to come up the stairs. Now you can let the 3 of these guys go all the way back if you want. I'm going to tell them for the blood echoes. Alright. Now, if you do choose to come back here and kill them, I would recommend coming back up to here. Because there's another item, and there's also a dude that we can hit with a visceral attack. Because he chose to have his back to us. Also give us a way to deal with the 2 snipers silently, but we'll have to do so quickly. So, we run down here, we can visceral this sniper without the other one seeing us. Then there's a dog here as well. So, kill the dog. Before going up there, we need to deal with the 2 patrols that are walking around. This patrol here will come to you, but we do have some pebbles that you can aggro. Bring the others to you. These two will usually see you once they come back around. It's pretty easy to take them out. Now, you can walk around the back of the sniper and silently take him out, or you can just run up on him. So all of the enemies in this section of Yharnam are now dead. There's a few more items to get. Or I believe this is actually the last one you can get. Now you may notice that there's an item up there, but we're not going to get that till the other side of here. So let's go ahead and clear the other side. So over here, you'll notice that there's an item there, but there's also an item over there. Get this item. There's another NPC on each side of this place with these doors, but they are also not important. They're also just rooms. And there's a hidden path here, but we're not going to go that way just yet. First, there's another item, a couple of oil urns. That's these birds. So you can deal with the birds, get the oil urns, and anything that they might have dropped. Now this guy, he looks scary, but just like the other big dude, you can visceral him. You can't sneak up on him, he always hears you at about this point. So for viscerals, you want to try and shoot them at the height of their attack. And then, once you do, if you hear the sound, you see him kind of go down. Press R1, and it does the whole organ rip thing. So, once you've done that, if you haven't gone down the hidden path, there's another item over here. There's a gate there, and the NPC there. The gate we can't open from this side. So run up here. Deal with this guy. Try and keep shooting the shooters and man over there. Then deal with so he's just gonna keep shooting at me. So let's go deal with that. We need to deal with the dog here. Now, if you are having trouble with dogs, the easiest way to fight them is to shoot them. And the dogs in this game are very weak to blood tinge, and quicksilver bullets are, well, fused with the user's blood. The stronger your blood tinge level, the stronger your firearm. When you come up around there, there's these two wolves here. I'm gonna ignore them for now, but there's an item back here. We run around here. We can come to the item that we saw from over there. Then behind here we have another item. There's another item here. Hidden here. This is the upper level of the sewers. There's rats, a couple of these dudes, and then there's a more scary variant of these dudes on the other side. These ones are pretty easy to fight. You can visceral damage. Hit them with the meat grinder. You can fight them with a... yeah, what's the whip cane that I can't remember the name of. Okay. Now this dude down here, my recommended way of fighting him is to parry him. Or make him fall. That works too. Parrying always works quite well though. Now, down this ladder, there's a few rats that are going to turn around the second you hit the ground. So, I recommend getting on the ground and roll. And then taking care of them. Down here, there's a few rats as well. But they're not guarding anything, so you don't have to go in. I'm going to send the one dude I think is over here. Well, sometimes they'll drop like throwing knives and stuff. I got super lucky with them earlier. But it does not seem like my luck carried over this one. Over here, there's another one of those spear dudes. And if you don't alert him by walking too fast, he'll normally be ready for a backstab. But since he did see me, I get to parry him. Well, if your parry doesn't immediately kill him, I have no fear. Just be afraid. But here, we'll be getting our first free set. It's a little bit better than the foreign stuff in terms of protection, but I also like it a bit more because it's a bit more fashionable. And just look at me. Well, you can't really because ladders and the camera don't agree too much, but there we go. Look at that. Before I forget, there is another item down here on the rafters. So you want to line yourself up and then just walk forward. It's a bit difficult. I don't always get it first try, but I remember I used to be really bad at that drop, but I've gotten a bit better. Just keep stepping off until you get there. As annoying as it may be to fall down there like 54 times. Believe me. Or you could also just ignore it. I think that's what I ended up doing for my first playthrough. I just ignored them. But then I kind of forced myself to do it. Anyway. So there's two of these wolf things up here, but they're both at full health. I don't recommend fighting them. But, I'm going to try. I'm probably gonna die here, I don't even lie. When you aggro one, you aggro both. There's no fighting one at a time. that was a bad idea. Okay, I'll try and outrun them, but I'm pretty sure they'll follow you indefinitely. Or maybe they won't. Nope. Looks like just one did. So this might be an effective tactic. Oh my! He did follow. If you do fight them, try and focus on one at a time. Try and split them up if you can. And always make sure you have enough stamina to dodge around their attacks. Otherwise, you can die very quickly. There we go. So the shortcut that I showed, or the hidden path that way, it eventually leads back around to the bridge, so we're just gonna do that. So, we run over here. Behind this coffin there's a dude. Just wait. We can kill him. There's another guy in here waiting around the barrels. There's another guy hiding in this corner. And then downstairs there's another guy that's standing in the pool, attacking you if it's easy. And then we've got two doors here. So this one we have to open from the other side. But this one we can open from here. Now this dude is alive. If you go for that item, he will get up and he will shoot at you. So let's go ahead and get to the other side of this door. So you could drop at the hidden path down behind like those coffins above my head, or you could drop onto here and there's an item here. You run down these stairs and go around this way. There's the door that we couldn't open from inside. So real quick before running back towards the upper level of the sewers, out here we have our first shortcut. And also one of these dudes who's pretty smart. So this shortcut right here puts us back at the lamp next to Dilbert. So down here is another way that you can get to the other side of the door. So, once you deal with the two dudes here, if you run up these stairs, it's through there. This right here is a shortcut that you get once you get down to this bridge here, but we have to go through the sewers to get there. So, we'll do that. So, down here, there's dogs in cages. Two of them can, well, technically three can break out. Up there is where the shortcut would have dropped you. you run forward here, there's normally a dog there that can break out. This one can break out. These ones can't. And the third one that can is over here. He breaks out of this cage. So we've done everything back this way. We go down to the sewers. We've got this. Now this is our first important NPC. Make sure to remember this spot. So, before we go through the hidden path here, I'm going to clear out the top layer of the upper sewers. There's a few enemies up here. Got this guy, there's another dude at the end of the hallway, there's a sniper hiding over there, and then there's this dude. So for this one, I'm going to sneak up behind him and visceral him. And the sniper is going to run out because he somehow hears you. We have an item here. Go ahead and kill him. And I'm gonna kill this dude before we go back up. So, up top, there's a spot that we can drop through. So we can drop those two items down from up there. And also go talk to our next important NPC. So, go down here. There's an item here that we can grab. Now to get these items, you don't walk up to them, you need to knock them down first. So, for the axe, you extend it and then press R1. While looking straight ahead, you can hit it. If you do step off of here, the fall is not very fun. It tends to hurt a lot. And I may not have fallen earlier on this one. But you need to knock them both down into there. And up here is our second important NPC, Eileen the Crow.
Oh. A hunter, are you?
So, we want to talk to her twice to get her items. She'll give you both hunter's marks. And if you talk to her a second time, she gives you a gesture. And that's everything that we can get from up here. So, to drop down while taking the least amount of health, what I'm going to do, come over here. Now you can walk onto this smaller beam and then try and roll towards the stairs. What I like to do is come to where this metal thing is, and then just step forward and fall on top of that. Now before dropping down into there to grab the items, I'm going to go outside and deal with the 3 enemies up here. You've got 2 dudes with guns, and if they shoot at you, that dude at the end there will come sprinting at you. So, go ahead and let one of them see me. I think he should here in a second. That way I can get that guy to come over here. Alright, looks like he's... There he is. So, I'm gonna bring him in here so I don't have to deal with being shot at. And we got one of the snipers. It's just gonna be the dude. And he's still shooting. Okay, so over here we've got another item. Then if we in this way, we've got a few crows that are hanging out. And there's another one behind there, you can see sneaky. Then over there is the upper sewers. And there's a couple more birds over here hiding items. So, once you've killed all of them, and got all the items from up here, you can walk on over here. And pretend that that didn't happen. Whoops. Okay, so before I get that, we're gonna go ahead and go in here and collect these items. Drop down onto this side. There's a rat in here. But then I think there's 2 rats on the other side here. Okay. Well, that was almost bad. And then there's 2 rats down here hiding a very important item. Something I view as a very important item. They are hiding a madman's knowledge. Madman's knowledge is one of the ways that you gain insight, and insight is a very important thing in the game. So, hopefully, if I can actually keep this entire section under 60 minutes, I can actually show you guys the one of the important changes you unlock once you get an insight. So I'm trying to hurry. Over here we have 3 rats. But good thing one of them fell down there. This right here I believe is a skull spear. Yeah. Let me go ahead and click that. This is a bit of a faster weapon, so I believe it'll be a bit better for dealing with the rat. So once you've collected those 2 items and landed to fall onto the rafters, we'll show you where we go next. There we go. So I'm gonna go up first before dealing with the lower section. The lower section's a bit longer and also leads us to our final shortcut and the first main boss of the game. There's another madman's knowledge here. And there's one of these guys. This guy you can actually sneak up on. So sneak up behind him. here we unlock another shortcut and access to another important NPC that we'll need to remember. She also gives us a really important item here as well. So, I'm just gonna skip through. You tell her that you'll also find her mother, and then she'll give you a tiny music box. And that's actually a bit of an important item, so... A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. 2 names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. So, that item can be used in Father Gascoigne's fight to kind of stun him. It works better once he enters his final phase, which is pretty difficult without it. So down here we have a bunch of these things laying down, and they can be dangerous in a group. I'm gonna go ahead and clean those out. Okay. So the item that was here, I believe it was just from Bolt Hunter's Mark. Run down here, there's a couple more of these enemies. You can also see some that'll jump down. There we go. Down here, there's a few more of these. There's an item as well that I don't want to miss right in here. But this guy's guarding. So down here we have a giant pig who isn't much fun to deal with. And I typically don't fight them from this way, I usually go around back. So let's just sprint right at him. I suppose the thing is, if you can get behind him and sort of start stuff too, just like the wolves, you can get a visceral on him. There's a couple items here. We've got a cold blood too, and then I believe this is the Saw Hunter badge. Yeah. So the Saw Hunter badge will let us buy a few more things. Don't go down there, it is just death. So up here is the other side of the bridge I was showing you on Father Gascoigne's boss fight shortcut. So we will climb up here. Alright. Awesome. Remove these. So, that flaming boulder does kill some of the enemies that run across this bridge, but it doesn't kill all of them, and it's not always consistent either. So it's best to always be cautious. So it looks like this time it killed all but one. Down there's the lower part of the sewers, and here is the shortcut for Gascoigne. Before we do that, I'm going to go kill the last two enemies in this area. And they're just before Gascoigne's boss fight. So right up those stairs is Father Gascoigne's boss fight, and right here are the final two enemies in this area. I'm going to do this. Okay. Oh, I should have gotten the shortcut. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna run back there real quick and deal with that real fast. Okay, I'm back. So when you die, sometimes your blood echoes will be in a pool on the floor. Sometimes an enemy will have them. If an enemy has them, their eyes will kind of glow like this dude. I'm gonna try and kill this dude. And just use all things, just... Once you kill the enemy holding your blood echo, you get them all back. So, they're guarding a couple bolt hunters marks, and that's everything in Yharnam. And then I also did activate the shortcut. I just jumped in the elevator, then brought it back up. Let me go ahead and run. I'll run back to the Hunter's Dream. But first, I'm going to use one Madman to show you one of the important changes when you get insight. I forgot that I died, so these dudes are back here again. Okay, so we're gonna just run past everything. And head back to the dream. So, now that I have a single insight, the doll that was sitting there will become alive.
Hello, good hunter. I honor and you twin.
You can talk to her and interact with her,
Very well. Let me.
but the main purpose is to level up. So, whilst we're here, I'm going to go ahead and put a point into strength, vitality, and the rest of it into skill. I personally recommend that you do your own build. Don't copy mine exactly. Play how you want to play the game.
Farewell,
And then,
good mate.
when I said interact with her, I meant like, if you do certain gestures, she will do her own. As far as I know, she only has 3. Which is, she'll bow to you, she'll clap, and then she'll do the little confused head tilt. Once you get insight, you'll also be able to summon help, which is the purpose of these battles. Okay. Well, and I'll show you this as well. Since I got that saw thing, the saw hunter badge, I can buy a couple more items here that I couldn't before. Anyway, now that we have cleared all of Yharnam, I believe that will be the end of this episode in my Bloodborne walkthrough. Just want to thank you all for watching. I have been your humble guide, and I hope to see you in the next one. Farewell.